Okay, welcome back. So in this one we will go over trimming clips and moving clips around. Right now we have several clips in our timeline, and if we press the plus tool on our keyboard we can zoom in, and if we click the timeline cursor and drag it to the beginning, we have one clip here. If we click the down arrow it'll bring us to the next edit point, and so on. If we click the up arrow it'll go backwards and do the exact same thing, change to the different edit point. If we select this clip, for example, we can click and hold it and move it to wherever we'd like. We can take this clip, move it up there if we want, take this clip, move it here. We can highlight all of these clips and move it around, and we can basically move them anywhere we'd like at any point in time, and it'll create a completely different result with the order of the clips, just as quick as that. The next thing we can do is further trim the clips depending on if the edit calls for it. For example, if we have a song that calls for faster edits, meaning it's more upbeat, it's a faster song, then the video portion might want to have faster edits. Okay, so we'll go into the music folder. We will double click on Discover. That opens it up into the source panel window. We can click play. And that is a slower part of the song, so if we look in the waveform we can see a much louder part. So let's go to the second half here to maybe right there. We'll make our in point. We'll click play. Okay, so that's the end of that. We will click on this mark out button. Now we've selected an in and out, which is about the second half to about the 60% mark. Okay, then we want to bring this audio portion that we've selected down here. So we can click here and move it right there. Now you'll see this portion that I've selected doesn't equal the length of all our footage. So let's say all we wanted was this. In our final edit we only wanted this part. So what we have to do is trim all of these clips or remove some clips so that our edit is only this long. Now when we export the videos we can, just like this, set an in and out and only output this part, but for our purposes we will move some clips around and clean up the edit. Okay, so let's bring our timeline cursor to the beginning. That changes this back to the program monitor. We have our music in place. Now we want to listen to the music and find points where it would be good to transition to the next clip. So let's play it and I will show you how to search for those. Okay, right where I stopped starts another bar of music. So what we can do is click and drag and select all of these and simply click and hold and drag right to the point here, and then it'll trim this clip. Another way we can do that is, let's go back by pressing Command Z. We can go down to this clip without selecting anything and move the cursor over until we see this symbol. We can click and hold and trim that clip by dragging. Then it makes a blank spot in our edit. We can click and highlight the blank spot and press delete on our keyboard, and then it'll shift all of the other stuff after it over. Now sometimes that doesn't work if you do have other edits after it or certain audio files after, and in that case you might have to do our original way, which is click and drag everything and then move it over. Let's listen to this and find our next point after this. So at this point it's about where the full part of the song starts, and this would be a good point to transition into faster cutting. So what we can do is trim that clip, click there and delete, and then rewatch here. That would be another point. That's a bar of music. So we can click that and drag it all the way to there. And then since now we have an open space, we actually can open that up because we know this point here is when all the music starts up.